Premier, I have received a number of phone calls and emails from my constituents who are fed up with your government scandals. They are outraged by your government's actions during the Sudbury by-election and have asked that you and your party be held accountable for what happened. Premier, how do you expect any of us to trust you when it made it clear that no one will be held accountable for what happened in Sudbury?
Premier.
Well, Mr. Speaker, as I have said repeatedly, there is an investigation going on, Mr. Speaker. The authorities are doing what they need to do to complete an investigation. So, in fact, Mr. Speaker, that's a process that I hope the member opposite would point his constituents to make sure that they understand that there is an investigation going on, that it's not happening in this House, Mr. Speaker, but it's happening with people who actually have the responsibility for that work.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Yes, I do point that out to my constituents. I tell them there's 4 investigations going on, not just 1. Speaker, this government is now under its 4th OPP investigation. There is no excuse for that, though they've certainly tried every one in the book. It's time for the Premier to stop putting political gain ahead of what's doing right. Premier, will you take the first step in rebuilding the trust you've lost and demand that those who are responsible for this mess step down from their public duties?
Mr. Speaker, I've been clear that we will cooperate with the authorities. The investigation is taking place outside of this House. I made a public statement 2 Fridays ago, Mr. Speaker. I made it clear that Pat Cervera, if there are charges, will step aside, Mr. Speaker. The Police Services Board is an independent body, Mr. Speaker, and the authorities are undertaking an investigation outside of this legislature.
Thank you. New question. Member from Niagara Falls.